Hi again, guys, and y'all know my boyfriend, Springtrap. You know, going 2 years strong, deeply in love, and incredibly healthy together, yeah. Well, what we're gonna be looking at today is not healthy. It's people fairly thirsting, perhaps even dangerously thirsting, over animatronics. You might say, because of who I'm dating, I have no room to talk. Most people look down on me as being deep in that rabbit hole already. Get it? Because Springtrap's a buddy. But honestly, that makes me the most qualified to talk about people who think robots are hot. Here's a tame example of what you're in for today. A warm-up, if you will. Hey, nice skin you got there, Mike. Rips it off with bare hands. I don't know whether to be scared or attracted. You should be seeking professional help. If you enjoy this video, there will be this big card at the end that takes you to a second channel video I did where I gave my rankings for all the hottest FNAF characters. And less than 20% of y'all are subscribed with notifications on. If you sub and hit that bell icon, you'll never miss an upload, and you can always undo it later. Now, truth be told, I've had my eye on this account for close to a year, since around the time me and Springtrap first went public. So I really was just dreading the day this guy would post me to their account just for being in a happy relationship for once in my life, but that day never came. They posted people replying to me who were down bad before ever making fun of me, and I really appreciated that. So my rule was that I was only gonna make a video on this account after my face got directly shat on. And you know, the poop that came out was pure liquid. The guy did it in a big way. He just posted a screenshot of my whole damn channel. That's it. That's the tweet, he says. Do you think you're funny? Because I think you're about to be cremated. I'm one of the only people who's been posted to this account that didn't get their name censored. He doesn't even do it when I'm not the subject of the tweet. He won't just let me be in peace. Come on, man. Why does everybody else get witness protection? Why are you treating me different? I'm mostly mad about this because he's right. The thumbnail of this video is some shit I actually tweeted, and if I'm being honest, I don't regret it. You can't argue with a large number of Twitter likes. Those things are the most important thing I got going on right now. I want Funtime Freddy to slap the tip on the camera as a treat. The tip here is in reference to the tip of an iceberg. Yeah, this person is just a big Wendigoon fan and would love to have him go in depth on the obscure FNAF lore and trivia so that they can pass the time with it. Don't worry, we'll be upfront and stop lying to ourselves about what's happening here as we get farther into the video. Nightmare Chica could come into my house and kidnap me to be her pet, and I would thank her. There are so many different types of trauma someone has to go through to spit this sentence out as an adult, and truthfully, this could be read as a completely genuine comment with no innuendo in sight. Maybe this person had no one they could rely on growing up, and now they have a variety of ways they would like to be comforted in and taken care of. All of them safe for work. I want to suck his titties. The thing is, they don't even let us see the appeal of those titties. They cut the picture off right before we get to the biggest, thickest part of the bar of man boobs. Most of the people reading that tweet will immediately write the author off as someone in need of psychological intervention, but the few people who might have agreed with them don't even get a chance to. They took away the one hook that may have gotten people on their side from the jump. I'm telling you, man, you would lose your kids in divorce court if you structured your argument like you did this tweet. I want him to deposit 5 coins into my pussy. Why him? This is like one of the only versions of Freddy I can't name off the top of my head. I'm digging a deeper and deeper grave, admitting I know the differences between Freddys, but come on, this one's so boring. If you're gonna let a robot do you like that fish did the seahorse and SpongeBob, certainly there must be more appealing options. Scott Cawthon practically created a pantheon of animatronic designs for you to pick from. He definitely didn't make them for you to violate them how y'all do, but if you're going to do it anyways, you might as well pick from the cream of the crop, right? Now for this next one, if you don't know Fiznom, he is a Fazbear Fanverse developer. The Fanverse is basically a government-backed Five Nights at Freddy's program that gives fan game creators resources to work on their projects in a more official capacity. And apparently, Fizz does some of the same shit I do. He dedicated his time to rating the hottest FNAF characters. Wanting to bang these characters is apparently even common within the FNAF industrial complex itself. Over at Steel Wool Studios, the guys who made Security Breach, how many character designers there do you think have a thing for the animatronics they made? The Sun, the website, not the animatronic, predicted in 2015, we'll be having sex with robots in the next 10 years, meaning 2025. And now that it's almost the year that the Black Ops 2 campaign took place in, a game with a lot of robots that perfectly predicted the future, don't check, just trust me, perfectly reasonable for this guy to say only 2 years away. And everybody replying to those tweets with all the FNAF animatronics are looking forward to, getting to know the best. While a lot of people were excited with this even being a possibility, others were mad that it wasn't here right now. As if I'm gonna wait years just to bang Funtime Freddy. They made FNAF merchandise for a reason. Yep, and it's definitely not whatever the fuck you plan on buying it for. Listen, you're supposed to keep little action figures like this of made-up scrunklies on a shelf to express your personality. You know, like the ones over here, they're just for display. You showcase the media you consume to show people what you're into. It's neat. It's part of like human expression or whatever. But if you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do, then that Fun Time Freddy plush, you better keep that shit in a padded safe where archaeologists thousands of years from now will never be able to find it. I don't care what anybody says, but no matter what, nothing can ever replace the OGs. Why are they all so hot though? This is a classic chicken and the egg conundrum here. Up till now I've been saying that something had to happen to people at a young age for them to go on to like FNAF in the hot and bothered kind of way later in their life. But for many people who were exposed to FNAF at a young age, seeing the animatronics probably was the trauma. The thing that forever twisted their brain when it comes to what they want to be inside of or have inside of them. I want to bury my snout into this man's armpits and chest whose sweat I know full well tastes like metallic water and fizzy faz, and I'm going to lick it all clean. That's not a man, that's a bear. And you can tell this one was made by a furry because they referred to themselves as having a snout. I know what you are. To be fair, they kind of cheat on the horny appeal with this one. If you draw any character with enormous, sculpted, beautiful, big muscles, anybody is gonna lose themselves staring at that. It's when the source material makes you double take and give you a half chub that marks you as a sinner. If you think this drawing of Freddy with pecs big enough to hold drinks is attractive, you're still arguably in the realm of normal. You're not too far down the hole. Yeah, you should still be careful about what you beat off to in the near future. You're an individual at risk of developing a FNAF fetish, so just be careful the next few days. If you aren't, you might tumble the rest of the way down the abyss. That abyss being your butthole. Roxy makes my man pussy purr? There, I said it? So that means, what, you farted? Generally speaking, man puss is just another word for a man's butthole, and the only noise that shit makes is, well, shitting. And, you know, a few. Monty is amped for you to find him at Gator Golf. Will you be able to hit that hole-in-one? I'm about to hit one in his hole. When you sign up to be the social media manager for any company that's even remotely furry adjacent, there was no way they do not put that shit down as a known work hazard with on-the-job prep of how to handle it. If they don't, that's highly unethical, and the alternative is they're throwing these poor interns right into the flames as sacrifices. And this might be cynical of me, but there's a good chance it's even part of the brand strategy. You say something just far enough away from an innuendo that you can't be held liable, but you leave it close enough to one that the folks watching can do the rest of their work on their own. I need him to lift his arms up. I need to smell something. This probably sounds like a weird fetish to you, and it is for some, but not in this instance. The pit sniff procedure is actually a pretty common security check at places and events with large gatherings like the Pizzaplex. I was at TwitchCon like late last year, and to get in the building, you had to let a security guard go nostrils to pit to confirm you put on deodorant before entering the building. It might seem strange, but it's really important to keeping the air quality breathable in those tight spaces. Toy Freddy giving me the most sloppiest head of all time. I don't know what the word sloppy means to you, because Freddy looks like he's a working professional right here. That motion blur is perfectly straight up and down. This is a motorized blowjob, man. It is hydraulic powered. Freddy is getting perfect precision angles to chew your shit up in a way no bozo made out of flesh ever could. You're never gonna get brain better than Freddy's, and it's gonna ruin the human version for you forever. Sorry. This is in regards to the upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Yes, I'll be making a cameo in the movie having hot, steamy sex with Freddy Fazbear. The scene is approximately 15 minutes long, so I hope you guys enjoy it, because we worked really hard on it. Okay, I'm Josh, and this post doesn't really belong here. This is someone at the end of the day who got hired to do a job and put everything they had into that job so they could put food on the table. It's a movie, people. What people do in movies is called acting. Just because this guy and Freddy got busy on camera for narrative purposes doesn't mean that there's anything beyond that. It's a work of, repeat after me, fiction. And y'all need to not project so hard onto these actors so they can perform their craft without fear of judgment. He's so fucking hot, honestly. This image is weirdly uncanny, like not in an almost human face kind of way, but in that it almost looks like the real body, but everything is just a little off. The eye holes are too big, especially for the eyes filling them in. The teeth look funky and grimy and imperfectly human. He's covered in just a tad too much chimney soot and grime. Like, where did this shit come from? This feels like a screenshot of Five Nights at Freddy's 1, but from an alternate universe. Let's be honest, it's probably a fan render. For some reason, the Moon/Sun character has a niche but uniquely rabid following. They project some interesting stuff onto that fella. I'm genuinely glad that the fan interpretation of Sun changed from eating glitter glue to sniffing underwear. I'm happy for him. What kind of fucking fandom discourse is this? What made you people like this? I would give up my left pussy lip to hold Sun's hand. If you get rid of one entire pussy lip, then your hole becomes a line, fella. The thing's no longer penetrable. It kind of destroys the possibility of ever getting to third base. Can we bring back Moon/Sun knowing when you're ovulating? Please. God isn't real. He can't be. Weirdly, ovulation is a word thrown around a lot by people who like animatronics. And by a lot, I only mean twice, but hearing it used like this once is more than all the other times I heard it before making this video, combine. Gun to your head, what FNAF animatronic you bangin'? And this guy picked Funtime Freddy. He saw that puppet with a fist up its ass and thought, damn, wish that were me. The replies chime in response. Clearly, he is ovulating. Exactly. I really don't see how this is obvious or clear, but I'm also purposefully trying to avoid any signs that might be there. I got that garbage pussy, so now Glamrock Chica will eat me out. I hate when the degen jokes are actually, like, funny. This leverages in-game lore where Glamrock Chica is a canon trash-eating enjoyer and turns it into something that made me giggle with its wordplay. Until my face immediately melts off when it clicks what I just laughed at. It's like being hilt deep in your homie's butthole and then you realize neither of y'all were wearing socks. Your brain practically has a dolly zoom done into it like you just got news about cancer. It throws you into shock. Can we talk about how badly I want Roxy to peg me? There is no we here. You can talk to your therapist about whatever the hell's going on with you if that helps. Like seriously, the thought of Roxy destroying me with a strap-on is really hot. Hey, YouTube, don't worry, they're only talking about guns. Haven't you ever heard the term I got the strap? They just mean they want Roxanne Wolf in Roblox to physically destroy their in-game character using a fictional and ultimately harmless firearm in a digital world. You guys might be asking, Kwite, what kind of profanity filter cover-up is this? And trust me, this is safer than using the real meaning. He's gotta go poop, and this is in reference to Glamrock Freddy, and they opened their mouth. Are we even surprised anymore? I feel like you get desensitized to this kind of language really fast. It's like your brain killing its ability to feel emotion so that it might get to continue existing at all. Despite the fact that, you know, most of it's already melted when you hear that shit. Be glad I'm not the night guard in Five Nights at Freddy's, as the animatronics would smell like cum every morning, and none of them would be able to do their performances due to their wobbly legs from the night before. I can't do this anymore. I've got to get out of here. That card I mentioned should be on screen. Click it, get out of here as fast as you can. I hope y'all enjoyed this Hypocrite's Manifesto. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Don't go after anyone I talked about today because that's cringe, and this is all in good fun. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I am deeply troubled.